What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm glad that everybody's out here watching. Well, I am back at it again doing mechanical work, and it's about this time of year that I like to doing bigger projects. And most of the time I don't do bigger projects because it's about 110 degrees outside with 100% humidity, and I sometimes don't have the equipment to do bigger jobs. But anyways, today, if you look back there, yeah, up there, yeah, up, yeah, right there. We got a car that's on a lift. Let me tell you about what all is taking place with this car. So I'm at a customer of mine's shop. He hit me up on Facebook here, and he has this Ford Fusion, I believe it is, 17 or 18 Ford Fusion, that he said that he got from a customer real cheap. The only issue with this car, it's only got like 79,000 miles on this car. Oh, and by the way, it's a EcoBoost. Yep. Yeah, this is an EcoBoost Ford Fusion with a little 4-cylinder in it. Now, he contacted me and said, hey man, I got this car, I need to put a motor in it, and think you can help me out and put a motor in it. I'm kind of busy. I would have done it myself, but yeah, I just need somebody to put a motor in it. So we got to talking, and we agreed upon, how much was going to get paid on it and everything else. And he's like, cool, when do you want to start? So I told him when I wanted to start, which is today. Now, he had tried before to figure out what's going on with this car, why it doesn't crank over. And I was curious too. I was telling him, man, I'd love to find out why this car doesn't run. I mean, it's only got 80,000 miles. What could be wrong with this car? I mean, it's clean, engine looks clean and everything. Well, as I'm taking apart the car, we're going to put another motor in it and transmission from one of the junk cars way back there behind that white one that he had got. He got a 17 Fusion. As I'm taking it apart, taking the shields off, I see extra parts along with that freaking socket. Yeah, I think I found out the reason why this thing locked up, possibly, maybe. Can you let me know down in the comments what you think might have happened with this car, and why the motor's locked up for some reason. Can y'all give me a guess? So that's what we're going to do in this Ford Fusion, is put a motor in it. We've already taken off the hood. I've already started disassembling a whole bunch of stuff underneath the hood, taking the battery air box and all these shields and everything out to replace this motor. We're going to do motor and transmission all together and swap it and put it back together. Yep, I think I found the problem. Focus, focus, focus. Nope, it's a Fusion. Well, we're back at it again. This is the next day. Yesterday I spent quite a bit of time taking the wiring harness off the vehicle, and then down here, all these hoses and everything that this thing is all connected to were kind of a pain in the butt to get apart. There's like 5 or 6 hoses that connect into the radiator down there that are kind of a pain, and they all kind of weave together. And then I had to take out the lines for the transmission cooler that are attached to the radiator and all that. So today I'm continuing working on getting everything all disconnected, all that, and then I've got the front suspension to take apart because you got to take the CV axles off the transmission, and then go from there and see about getting this engine and transmission out. Like I said yesterday, we found out why the engine's locked up. It's because there's a hole in the side of the block on this one. So we're going to pull this one out with everything and put this one here that came out of the wreck car back there in this vehicle and adapt it to this vehicle. There are a few differences with this engine versus that engine, but everything should hook back up like it should. One thing that I noticed on the shift linkage, it's all automated. There's not a shift. Well, there is kind of a shift. There's a shift knob on this one, and on the other one was actual shift lever. This one here does it automatically. The other one was you have to do it manually on the shift cable. But I think it'll all work like it should on this one. And then there's little stuff like the evap emissions stuff for this one on the intake. But I think everything will hook up just fine and will work just fine in this vehicle. Let's continue taking this thing apart. Well, we finally got the motor out of the vehicle with the transmission and everything attached to it and all that. And we had to swap some hoses and wires, and the front wiring harness we had to swap because it's a little different than what's going into the other engine. And that part there goes right around that pulley there for the timing gear. On the other engine, because of the wreck or whatever, one of the ears got broken off right there, and I'll show y'all what it looks like here. This is the motor that we're gonna put in the car, and if you notice right there, because of the wreck or whatever, that ear got broken off. So we gotta take this whole front of the engine apart to get that cover off and to get that whole bracket assembly off. So I gotta take off the alternator, and then that cover and the bottom pulley. Here we go. And poof, just like that, with the magic of video editing, got it all apart, and then we're putting in this bracket right here. That was all broken on this engine. This bracket came off of the original engine that was in the car. So we took everything apart on this one and put the new bracket on, and now we're going back together, and we're going to eventually put this engine, this whole contraption in the car and see if this thing will actually run and drive. Here we go. Well, we worked hard yesterday after swapping everything that we need to swap and all that, and got the motor and transmission in. Now all we're doing is just hooking up all the electrical and all the water line, or the coolant lines, and AC lines, and cooler lines, and whatever other kind of stuff you want to hook up to this engine. So hopefully today we'll have it all together and get it running. Just got a little bit more to do. Put the suspension together, all this little stuff that needs to be put back together on this Ford Fusion. Here we go. Well, we got it all back together, folks. If you notice down here, it's all running. We got everything back together. It's all running. It probably has to relearn a few things, being that it was apart for a while and hadn't ran for a while and things of that nature. So that's how this one went. We adapted one engine from one Ford Fusion to another Ford Fusion to get things to run. Next, we're going to fill it up with all the fluids, change the oil, and drive it down the road and see what happens. Well, there we go, folks. We got the car outside now. After we've got it all buttoned up, we put all the shields on, got the hood on, obviously. The only thing is, down at the bottom, it's got that little crack down there, but that's about the only thing that's wrong with this car. There may be a few little dents, but it's kind of hard to see on this color car. Once it's all cleaned up and everything, it's going to be a nice looking car. 2018 Ford Fusion EcoBoost. Yep, that means it has a turbo on it. It runs and drives good. There's a few little bugs and a few little things that we still got to check out, but we got connections and things to check out everything that's going on with it. It'll be a good car for somebody. Since it's all put together, it's only got 80,000 miles on the car itself. Engine and transmission's got less than that. So as long as the routine maintenance and everything is all taken care of, it'll be a great car for somebody for a long time. So let me know down in the comments what you think of this project that we did. Do I need to go into more detail about what I did, about taking stuff apart and putting stuff together, or do you think it's the right amount of time and the right amount of detail that I went into for this car? Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. Well, that is it for this project, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, I only do these projects when it's a lot cooler outside. I don't normally do these projects. I usually stay with the little stuff, as you've seen in my other videos. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Also, hit the like button if you haven't already done so. It goes good with the algorithms with YouTube. Also, I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is safe. And we look forward to seeing you on the next video.